Hello, welcome to my channel. As you know that we have been solving this previous exam papers lately. So I'll continue solving this mathematics pure math one paper. It is from uh, May-June 2025. So I have already solved 8 questions of it. You can see in my previous videos. So now I will be doing 9 and 10. So this is 8, I believe. Yeah, this is 8. And I will be doing question number 9. Okay. So it is an interesting situation that the diagram shows the sector ABC of a circle with center A and the radius r centimeter. The angle BAC is alpha radian. Okay. It's given that the area of the triangle is this. Okay, before I solve this problem, let me explain a little bit how do we find the area of a isosceles triangle. Let's assume that we have an isosceles triangle. So these two angles are equal. This angle and this angle are equal. So this side is also equal to this side, and the angle between them is alpha. So let's say this angle is alpha, this side is r, and this side is r as well. And we need to find the area of this triangle. So how can I find this side? Okay, this side, how can I find the length of this side? We can apply law of cosine, right? So law of cosine says that if this side, let me call it x, okay? So x would be equal to under root, and okay, let me write down the law of cosine in general. So a is equal to under root b square plus c square minus 2bc into cos of alpha, if you remember this formula. And what's the meaning of a, b, c, and alpha? So this is the law of cosine. So I apply it on this triangle. So a is r square plus c is also r square minus 2. Now b and c is r time r is again r square into cos of alpha. Okay, so this is going to be this side. Okay, if I simplify it a little bit, this is 2r square. So if I take r square outside, it will become without under root sign. And inside, I have 2. If I take 2 common, then I will have 1 minus cos of alpha. So all these things are under the root sign. And this would be the length of this third side, right? Now, if you want to find the area is half into the base, which we just found as r, and under the root 2. So let me write it separately. Under the root 1 minus cos alpha. Okay. Now, times the altitude. Remember, I have to find this height. I have to multiply this height with the base times half. So I have the half and the base. Now I need this height. Now this height, you can see the angle here is alpha by 2. Okay, this angle is only alpha by 2. So this is going to be this height. It is going to be r times cos of alpha by 2. Right? I hope this is clear. It's right. We're talking about the right angle triangle. One angle is alpha by 2. This angle is right angle. We know the hypotenuse and we want to find the adjacent side. So times r into cos alpha by 2. This will give you the total area. Now you can see that r times r is going to be r square. Okay. And 2 under root, and this is 2 only. So I can divide by under root 2. Okay. Second, let me make sure. Mm, okay. Uh, yeah. Now, uh, cos alpha by 2 into 1 minus cos alpha under the root. Okay, so I'm going to spend some time on this one. Remember, let me do this here. Cos of 2 theta is equal to cos square theta minus sine square theta. I hope you remember this relationship. From here, we can say it is 1 minus 2 sine square theta or 2 cos square theta minus 1. Okay, all these three relations are quite common in trigonometry. So I will use a second one here. Okay, from here you can see that 2 sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta. Okay, if I replace 2 theta by alpha, so it is 1 minus cos of alpha. So this theta will become alpha by 2. I will have 2 sine square alpha by 2. Okay, and if I take square root on both sides, so under the root 1 minus cos alpha, it would be equal to under root 2 and sine alpha by 2. Okay, so for this I can write under the root and sine alpha by 2. Okay, now these under root will cancel and I have r square and sine alpha by 2 and cos alpha by 2. Okay, now another thing, remember sine 2 theta was equal to 2 sine theta into cos theta. Okay, so yeah, I try to use this thing. So if I have 2 over here and 2 over here, right? It's the same thing. So now I have r squared by 2 and 2 sine theta cos theta is sine double of this angle. So that is alpha only. Okay, so this is a very interesting relationship that we can find the area of an isosceles triangle if we know the side. Oh, I'm sorry, this is 2. Okay, if we know the side and the angle between them, the common side and angle between them. Okay, so now come to this problem. We are given that it is given that the area of the triangle ABC is 4 centimeters square. Okay, it means r square by 2 into sine alpha, this is equal to 4. Right, this is one thing. And the area of the sector is this much. Okay, how do we find the area of a sector? Area of a sector, area of sector, it is equal to half theta r square, right? Remember, if I replace this theta with 2 pi, right? I'm talking about the whole circle. So 2 pi, and then it will become 1 by 2 into 2 pi into r square, is a pi r square, right? And this is, we know it's correct. So this formula seems to be correct. Okay, so area of a sector is this much, and that area is given as 8 alpha, right? So the second relationship I have is 8 alpha is equal to 1 by 2 theta. Sorry, theta is alpha here. Okay. Why my eraser is not working? Okay, yes. Okay, so 1 by 2 and the alpha and r square. Okay. Find the shaded area of the shaded region. Okay, so this was all my rough work, so to speak, and here I'm solving my problem. Okay, so you can see from here for the second equation, this one is a bit easier to simplify. I'm trying to find alpha and r through this equations. So this is gone, this is with this one, and it is 16. R square is equal to 16, so r is equal to 4. Very good. Okay, so here I have r square means 16 by 2 is 8. 8 sine alpha is equal to 4. So sine alpha is equal to 4 by 8 means 1 by 2. So alpha is equal to 30 degree. Okay, easy. So if I have alpha equal to 30 degree and r is 4 centimeter, then the area of the triangle would be 4 and area of the sector would be 8 alpha, right? Okay, now I'm ready to find the area of the shaded region. Okay, shaded segment area. So area, I have to do the area of this whole sector, which is 8 alpha. So it is going to be 8 and alpha is 30 degree, which is pi by 6, right? Remember, when we use this thing, the area is 8 alpha. Or when I am talking about 1 by 2 theta r square. So this theta is in radians. Very important. Okay, very common mistake. Okay, so anyway, this is the area of the sector. Okay, 8. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. It is 8 alpha. So this is 8, not alpha. 8. And alpha is 30 degree, which is pi by 6 radian. Okay. From here, I will subtract the area of the triangle, which is 4. Okay. So this will simplify as 4 by 3 pi minus 4. Okay. Since they're asking you to find the exact answer, I will leave it over here. Okay. So 4 pi by 3 minus 4. So many centimeters square. This is the area of the uh, shaded region, right? Okay. Now the second part of this problem is a bit more complicated, I believe. It is instead, it is given instead that the length of the chord BC is this much. Okay, remember we found that the length of the chord, that chord is, we remember we found using the law of cosines, right? So we found the length of the chord BC, it is equal to, if you remember, it was r times under the root 2 into 1 minus cos alpha, right? Let us double check. Uh, yes, this is it. This one, right? R under the root 2, 1 minus alpha. Okay, so yes, it is R. Okay, now this length is given as R over under the root 2, right? Okay, and the area of the triangle is still 4 centimeters square. Now we need to find the area of the shaded region. Okay. Okay, so what can we do? You see, here R will cancel with this R, right? R will cancel with each other. So I will have uh, under root 2, under root 1 minus cos alpha. Okay, R cancels, equal to 1 over under root 2, right? So 1 minus cos alpha and it's under the root would be equal to 1 over 2 under root time 2 under root is just 1 over 2 only. So if I make square, it is 1 minus cos alpha is 1 by 4. And cos alpha would be 1 minus 1 by 4. So this is 3 by 4. Okay. So from here, I calculate alpha is cos inverse 3 by 4. So this alpha comes out to be, I calculated alpha using calculator, so it is 41.4 degrees. And in radian, it is 0.7227 radians. Okay. So now I'm ready to find the area of this sector. Okay, so sector area, it is half angle and then r square. Uh, do we need to find the r again? Let me see. What did I do? Okay, yes, we have a problem here. We found the angle. Okay, sorry. So I will do the area of a sector in a second. Oh, I don't know why I don't see the sign of the area. Anyway, okay. Remember the area of the triangle, right? Triangle ABC, area of this triangle. We found that it was uh, r square by 2 and sine of the angle, right? Okay, so from here, I know that this area is 4. Okay, now the angle is different. Remember in part A, the angle was 30 degree, but now the angle is 41.4 degree. Okay, so I can calculate the value of r from here. Okay, you can see this r square would be equal to 8 over sine alpha, right? Okay, uh, so from here I can find the value of r. Okay, let's leave it like this. Okay, now the area of a sector, we know it is half theta r square, right? So I have half, and angle is given as 0.7227, and r square, I will put this thing 8 over sine of alpha, and alpha is 41.4 degree. Okay, so this is the area of the sector, and the shaded area would be the area of a sector minus 4, right? So that is going to be area of the sector. Mm, okay, okay, okay. Mm, mm. Hold on, I'm making a mistake here or what? 1/2 and the angle and the area square, yes. Okay, 1/2 angle and the, yes, sorry. Okay, we are on the right track. So it is 8 times 0.7227 and divided by 2 times sine 41.4 degree minus 4. Okay, this is the area of the triangle. Okay, so when we solve this thing, our answer comes out to be 0.372. Okay, so it was a good question. It was a good challenging question. Anyway, I hope you understand everything. Okay, now let's move on to question number 10. I think this is not too difficult. Okay, so we are given a basic function which is f of x equals under root x. And you know that this function looks like this. It goes something like this, right? This is x, and here I have under root x. And it is starting from 0, so its domain is uh, only when x is positive. Okay, Now, what kind of transformation will convert f of x into g of x? Okay, so the first step or the first transformation is the shifting to the left. Shifting double T or one single T, I don't remember. Shifting to left uh, by 2 units. So it will become f of x plus 2 and this x plus 2 under the root. And the way it looked like, it is something like this. So 1 unit, 2 unit. So the same function, it has moved to the left by 2 unit. Okay, this is x. Okay, so the next transformation is uh, multiplication or expansion. Yeah, let's expand vertically by a factor of 3. So it will become 3 times f of x plus 2, which is 3 times under root x plus 2. And when I sketch it, it will start from minus 2 as before, but now it will go much faster in the y direction. Okay, because it has expanded 3 times. Okay, and then the third step is uh, shifting down. Okay, shift down by 5. So the new function will become 3 f of x plus 2 minus 5. So it is 3 under root x plus 2 minus 5. So this is our new function g of x. Okay, and how will it look like? Just for our understanding, I should sketch it here somewhere. Oh, sorry. So it is 2 units this way and 5 units this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if it will start from this point and it will go something like this. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm doing. Okay, anyway, so the first part, you should make clear the order in which. Okay, okay, so I think we finished part 1. Okay, part A we are done. You can see that, yeah, the sketch of this new function g of x is something like this. So this is g of x. Okay, now second part says the graph, show the graph. Okay, on the graph, sketch the graph of y is equal to g inverse together with any limit mirror line. Okay, you understand that in order to find the inverse function, we need to sketch the mirror line, which is a line y is equal to x. So it will be a line at 45 degree. So something like this, I believe. I'm not very good in making line, and it's very difficult to make with the pen on the board. Okay, and we will reflect this function g of x into this mirror line. So you can imagine that it will be something like this. Okay. Oh my goodness. So the mirror image of this is this one, and this is our new function g inverse x. Okay. Now on the graph scan with an area limit. Okay, so we did part B, I believe. C part says find an expression for g inverse x. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so up till now, what we have g of x equals 3 under root x minus 2 minus 5. Sorry, x plus 2 minus 5. Let's confirm. Uh, 3x plus 2 minus 5, 3x plus 2, yes. Okay, and we need to find the inverse of this function. Okay, how do we find the inverse? remember this g of x is basically y. So we replace y and x. So this is x equals 3 under root y plus 2 minus 5. And now I will solve this equation for y. So you can see this is x plus 5 over 3. Okay. And then I will do the square of it. And minus 2, and this is equal to y. Okay, I hope I'm clear. So this g inverse x would be equal to x plus 5 over 3 and its square minus 2. Okay. Now, find the expression for this. State the range of G inverse. Okay. Remember, what is the domain of G? Okay, we didn't talk about it, but yes, the domain of G was this one. X is greater than minus 2. Because remember, the domain of this f of x was that x has to be positive, right? So when we shifted this function to the left by 2, okay, so you can see the domain of this function, it will be x is larger than minus 2, okay? So this is the domain. They mention it over here as well, that x is larger than equal to minus 2. Okay, so whatever is the domain of g of x, the range of g inverse x will be the same, right? So the range of g of uh, g inverse x, yeah, that would be, uh, since we're talking about the y, so that y has to be greater than minus 2. Okay, so the range has to be that y should be greater than minus 2. I hope this is clear. Now, a function h, a new function is defined as h equal to h of x is equal to x minus 2. And this is the domain that x is positive only. So this function looks like something like this. Minus 2 means when x is 0, the value of the function is minus 2. And it's a straight line going at 45-degree angle. Okay, this was y equal to x, and this is x minus 2. Okay, so this is h of x. Here we have x, and on the y-axis we have h of x. Okay, find the value of g inverse h of 4. Okay, so g inverse of h of 4. This we need to find out. So what is h of 4? You can see this is 4 minus 2 is 2. So next step is we need to find g inverse of 2. Okay, and this would be 2 plus 5 over 3 and its square minus 2. So 5 plus 2, 7. 7 squared is 49 over 9 minus 2, right? So this thing comes out to be 31 over 9. Okay, so this was part E. Now, last thing is explain why the composite function h of g inverse cannot be formed. Yeah, this is interesting. So we cannot make a function h of g inverse. Okay, in fact, it should be like this. Yeah, this is not possible to make because you remember what was the range of g inverse? It was, we talked about it. The function is defined by this. Okay, sorry, it is before, I guess. Yeah, yeah. The range of g inverse is y more than minus 2. Okay, so it is more than y is more than minus 2. Okay, so whatever is the range of g inverse, that will become the domain of h, right? Now the range of it is this one. So we are from minus 2 onward. This is the range of my function, which will become the domain of h function, right? But the domain of h has to be greater than 0 only. Okay, but in the range of g of inverse, I have some values which are not part of the domain of h of x. That's why this will not be, this function cannot be formed. Okay, I hope it's clear. My explanation is clear. Anyway, uh, try to imagine that whatever is the range of this function, okay, it is not the domain of this h of s is less than that, so it will not cover all of it. Okay, I hope it's clear. Anyway, if you ever have any question, you can always ask me in the comment section. I will appreciate if you guys can subscribe my channel. It will benefit me as well. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.